Hello, my name is Marina Tavolieri and this is my show reel. I've included some audition songs and monologues as well as some clips from live performances and shows that I've been in. Feel free to browse through whoever you like. Thanks very much. I hope you enjoy. I grew up in like the middle of nowhere and I swore I would never go back. My hometown was like the suburb of a suburb. I actually lived on a cul-de-sac. That's literally a road that goes nowhere. That's the definition of dead end. I said I can't wait to learn how to do a three-point turn because I don't want to be here. In 4 long years, I finished up with high school and graduated top of my class. Thank you, but in college I discovered that devising my own major was a bureaucratic pain in the ass. I thought I'd recontextualize SoundCloud, but could only register for first year French. Well, you should have heard my mom when I dropped the bomb and said I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here now. I am not a negative person, but I've always known that I've had places to go, dreams to fulfill and ideas to discover, but just never where I am.
I was a child, my eyes were clear, I saw the good side, but that's the kind of second sight that doesn't last too long. But when I was lost, I heard a voice that brought me healing. That's the kind of special hope he brought me with his song. People only saw the doctor, lawyer, Indian chief, but he was just a lonely little boy to me. And with his sweet and gentle touch, he sure unlocked my soul. So in return, I'd surely want to help to set him free. Yeah, now I wanna see him fly, fly. I'll be your alibi, my baby. Fly, fly, fly away. We didn't get to say goodbye, goodbye. No need to tell me why, my baby. Maybe it's because you'll fly back home to me one day. Men who they called real were really fakes that left me nothing. But this man they call a fake gave me something real. But when I was lost, I heard his voice. It brought me healing. And that's the kind of special hope he brought me with his song. They only saw the magic tricks, the smoke and mirrors. Was I the only one to ever see the light? And now they want to clip his precious wings and bring him down. But in his heart and soul's the kind of good they can't destroy. Yeah, now I want to see him fly, fly. I'll be your alibi, my baby. Fly, fly, fly away. We didn't get to say goodbye, goodbye.
I spent every waking second trying to keep him from exploding. Trying to do everything just right. And not just believing, but knowing that one day he would kill me. That he would kill all of us. My first memory is the day that Ricky spilled the can of paint down the stairs. My parents were painting the house and Ricky thought he was helping. So he picked up the can of paint and it just went flying everywhere. My dad put his fist through the wall. I screamed, Ricky and I started crying, and the entire time, he just kept screaming at us to stop crying. I thought he was going to kill me. And there was nothing that anyone could do. And I have been living in that hole in the wall ever since. So I'm not going to forgive him. And you can go read Footprints in the Sand if it'll make you feel all warm and fuzzy inside, but today my dad's going in the ground. Except I don't remember having a dad. Because a dad doesn't do that to his kids.
Mama who bore me, Mama who gave me the way to handle things, who made me so sad. Mama the weeping, Mama the angels, no sleep in heaven or Bethlehem. So pray that one day Christ will come a-calling. They light a candle, hope that it glows, and some just lie there crying for him to come and find them. But when he comes, they don't know how to go. Mama who bore me, Mama who gave me no way to handle things, who made me so sad. Mama the weeping, Mama the angels, no sleep in heaven or Bethlehem.
If I could stop the pain inside, just to let me rest my eyes when I'm begging for an angel, I whisper softly, let him go in peace. I hold on when no one seems to care for me. I hold on when the world is turning its back on me. I hold on, there's nothing left to see or do. I hold on to you.
And oh, my soul so weary. When troubles come and my heart burdened be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I
done, he yanked out his belt and whipped me.
Vendla, that kind of thing doesn't happen anymore. Only in stories.
Martha Bessel gets beaten almost every evening. The next day, you can see the welt. Really, it makes you boiling hot to hear her tell it. And lately, I can't think of anything else.
Someone should file a complaint.
You know, I've never been beaten. Not once. I can't imagine what that must feel like.
I don't believe anyone is ever better off for it.
I've tried hitting myself to see what it feels like really inside. Like with this switch, for example. It's tough and thin.
It would draw blood.
I mean, if you beat me with it.
Beat you?
Me.
What are you thinking?
Nothing.
Vendla, I could never beat you.
But if I let
never.
you, but if I asked you to.
Are you out of your mind?
Martha Bessel, she told me.
No, you can't envy someone for being beaten.
But I've never been beaten! My entire life, I've never felt
What?
anything! Please, no cure. I don't feel it.
Well, maybe not with your dress on.
On my legs then.
Vendla,
Come on, please!
I'll teach you to say please.
You're barely hitting me.
And how about that?
Martha's father, he uses his belt!
What?
Blood milky!
And that then!
Nothing!
You quit! I'll beat the hell out of you!
Don't do so, please! I can't breathe.
Boy, you're freaking out. She kissed you and you kissed back. Are you so surprised with those wide eyes? Now aren't you glad you missed that? Although it was not magical and maybe not fantastical, and maybe she just caught you unawares from that ineffable feeling you had while you were reeling. As Marvin gave her a claim, let's get it on. Take a shot in the dark, find the fire from this spark. Live your life now before it starts to sing. Gotta do what your heart says, gotta finish what you started. Take a running jump from this ring. And if you're still scared, hope you don't mind my kisses while you think. Just too unreal all this. Watching the words fall from my lips.
Dating some girl with hypocrisy. Haven't you heard the word of your body? Don't feel a thing. You wish.
Grasping at pearls with my fingertips.
Holding her hand. like some little tears. Haven't you heard a word how I want you? Oh.
When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I could offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When the evening shadows and the stars appear and there's no one there to dry your tears, I could hold you for a million years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I would never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met. No doubt in my mind where you belong.
Please don't touch me. Understand, I'm scared. Need to go away.
I know a place, a clinic.
A rehab?
Could you?
I'll pay.
Goodbye, love. Goodbye, love. Came to say goodbye, love. Goodbye. Just came to say goodbye, love. Goodbye, love. Goodbye, love. Hello, Tennessee. Had a sweetheart on his knees, so faithful and adoring, and he touched me, and I let him love me, so let that be my story. Mystery to the soul, to the new life, something beautiful, a new chance. Hear its whispering there again. Anything else? You know, I didn't come right to New York. I went to Northwestern University for 2 years. It was a pitiful mistake. I was on probation the whole 2 years. And then I was getting ready to move back to Sugar Heights, and I realized that where I wanted to live more than any place else was Radio City. I thought it was this cute little town outside of New York, so I came. I'm very dumb. Really, I am. I mean, the only reason I stayed in New York is because I just can't get interested in myself. I'm so boring. I used to think I was so odd, but my roommate's the exact same way. He's also very dumb. We share his great big apartment on West End Avenue. We have our own rooms and everything. Well, I'd show it to you, but we've never really had company. He's very sweet, actually. I think he likes the arrangement. But I don't know, we've never really discussed it. He's from New York, so nothing really interests him. I don't have anything more to say. So let's find a boat. before Delaware. Actually, you haven't always been in Delaware. The only people who have always been in Delaware are the indigenous Delawareans. And even they didn't start there. Even they had to cross the Great Bering Land Bridge during the last ice age. And the only reason that families like the one you come from can even live in Delaware is because all those native people were slaughtered. And because of that, people that look like you and pray like you and reproduce like you can grow up in peaceful suburban housing developments with libraries filled with the King James Bible and Nicholas Sparks novels and Eat, Pray, Love, which is probably your favorite book, but it's No How It's Zen, am I right or am I right? So, if you've always been in Delaware, then the fact that we have to face, as hard as it may be, is that your family was probably major contributors, if not leaders, in literally the most horrific genocide in all of human history. And you have the blood of genociders coursing through your veins this very second. But even if you've always been in Delaware, you still must have come from somewhere. So, my question for you is, where did your family come from before they came to Delaware to perpetrate genocide?
I held my mother's hand as I crossed the street. I colored in my coloring books. I never spoke a word till spoken to. I never hurt a fly. I was the kind who wasn't open to making mud pies. So I'm sorry that I asked you to marry me. I'm so sorry, but the impulse was strong. I'm sorry that I asked you, and I'm sorry that I kissed you. Now I know I was wrong. I saw your freckled face and I fell in love. Love looked a lot like huckleberry Finn. Love had me running round in circles and singing it in the choir. I dreamed of raising baby turtles when we retire. So I'm sorry that I asked you to marry me. I'm so sorry, but the impulse was strong. I'm sorry for the ring pop, and I'm sorry that I chased you. Now I know I was wrong. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. I learned to count, I learned how to tie my shoes. I learned that love is better when it's true. I try to make things picture perfect. I try not to make mistakes. But somehow my cheeks are always burning with one more heartbreak, one more heartache. So I'm sorry that I asked you to marry me. I'm so sorry, but the impulse was strong. I'm not sorry that I loved you, but I'm sorry that I told you. Now I was wrong. Da 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 da.
So strange. I used to lie, I used to moan,
But now I'm mumbling on your choke.
it ain't so scary on my own.
Tell me, honey, what's a dagger without a cloak?